You're teaching your soul and touchable rules. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I'm thinking the game in the right big blues. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I put it on go for the training crews. Tell me something I don't know. And man, stand by your side cause you got the juice. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no.
Right, Dexter Hastings here for bbcolumn.com. I'm at Eastside Gym with, fingers crossed, don't really need it, the next British champion, Shakan Pitters. Shak, welcome to Fightden, mate.
Nice. How are you?
Right, I'm fantastic and great. It's been a while. Usually it's only a couple of weeks because there's things going on with you all the time. But yeah, so you've got the British side. Yeah, you've had to wait a while for it because you were like before Christmas. It was up for purse bids.
To be fair though, it has come quick for us if you're judging the career, what I've like found
Oh,
now.
no, yeah.
But yeah, I've had to wait because initially it was meant to be in December.
Yeah.
And obviously now it's in March. So, but either way, I'm grateful for the opportunity and now going to go forward and be the new British champion for sure.
Do you know what? Well, I've been raving on about it for a while. That you know, well, as soon as you got the English, there was only one way for you to go for me anyway. And I'm glad you got the English.
Yeah.
Great performance there. And I will say, I know it got the Midlands Fight of the Year.
Yeah.
Right. I had that penned in as my Fight of the Year.
Yeah.
The only sticking point I had was that it was in London. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you didn't give me fight of the year, did you?
No, but you got it right up. Come on,
yeah. No,
but it was only because it was in London. That was it. Because I thought that was an absolute fantastic display of how boxing's supposed to be done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm one who wants to see people jab. Right, I'm from the unlicensed game, and a lot of fights now seems to be if you wave your arms enough, you'll get the win.
Yeah.
Right, but that was, to me, I watched it and I just thought, yeah, that is how you box. And I was very, very impressed with you. You learnt well, them 2 rounds went a long way. But like, so, it was, what happened in December? Why didn't it happen?
Well, we got the call, obviously the boxing board made us mandatory and that was happy to be mandatory. Obviously after the win over Deck, it was a good position to be in, good to be mandatory. So we was all go our side, you know, we was happy. Matchroom contacted us. I believe they must have won the purse bids or whatever it may have been, or wanted to have it on their show. We agreed, you know, what they put forward to ourselves, and we was happy for everything. Training camp was going well, everything was going good, no excuses. We then get a call saying that basically the fight's off due to them struggling with negotiations when it comes to Craig. Okay. Now, whether that's for a previous, you know, any previous financial things they had their side between him and Matchroom, or if it was for a fight, I'm unaware of that. But I just knew that the fight was off because they said to John that basically, you know, due to not being able to agree terms, you know, financial terms with Craig, it's off. So this is what I mean. Like, obviously, we was deep in camp then. So, of course, now that the fight's off, it's not that we're taking our foot off, but we're going to tick over. And this is what a lot of people in the boxing game, in general, have to understand. There's a difference between a camp and ticking over. Yeah. So, we're ticking over. Then we get a call, say about, I think it was 3 or 2 weeks or so before the actual fight, that Fabio Wardley, the cruiserweight, I believe, or heavyweight or whatever he is, he got injured. So then it's like they called him, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that fight could be on now if you want it on. You know, there's space on the show. Bearing in mind, I actually spoke, when the fight was up, I actually messaged one of the Matchroom team, and I was happy to still do a 4 or 6 rounder because, you know, at the end of the day, I've trained so hard, it would have still been able to get out. So they still denied me the fact of doing my 4 or 6 rounder, which is, you know, up to them. They run the show, you know what I mean? Whatever they run, it was their show, they were doing it. So it was like, oh, nah, no space. But then, because of a boxer got injured, they want to phone up us and be like, oh, yeah, there's an opportunity now. At the end of the day, like I said, the way I've said it to anyone, I'm a mandatory, Craig's a mandatory. We just want to be on the same even playing field. No hiccups, no, oh, it's the fight's on, the fight's not on. None of that rubbish, you know what I mean? Like I said, now, he would have got this date of March 28th. March 28th is what it is. There's been no messing around Hennessy's side. There's no messing around my side. you know, we want the best him. I'm sure, well, I don't know if he'd want the best me, but we want the best or whatever. You know what I mean? So there's no excuses. Once I beat him, there's no excuses, and that's all it is. There's been no playing around now. It's March 28th. If it was up to us, the fight would have happened in December, and I would have already been British champion. But because of them, you know, their side of Matchroom at the time or whatever it may have been, like, it never happened. And I'm not about to. We wasn't never going to put ourselves in a situation where, you know, that we're not an even playing field or whatever it may have been. You know what I mean? Because
like you said, you were both mandatory. There's no champion there. It's a vacant title.
Exactly.
So you've got to go both in there on the even plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, he probably had. Is he a matchroom boxer?
I'm not. I know he fights on their show. I don't know what agreement he's got with them.
Well, if he is, they're probably giving him the heads up, or he hasn't gone out of training. And, you know, it happens all the time, and they'll go, and they'll give you a couple of weeks' notice. And like you said, go in there on an even plane.
Yeah.
You've got it now on the 28th.
Yeah.
So it's Hennessy Sports.
Yeah, Hennessy.
Right. They don't have that many big shows like this in Birmingham or in the Midlands, but like it's great that it's in Coventry.
Yeah.
So all your lads, all the Shakan Pitters fans can get there. They don't have to travel to London.
To be fair, mate, I'm happy that, don't get me wrong, I'm happy it's in Coventry. I'm happy that a lot of my fans can travel, but it really doesn't matter. I'm one of those fighters, it don't matter where it is, you know. I'll turn up on the day and I know I'll do what I do
you
best.
seem comfortable in your call, you seem comfortable
and
the ultimate boxer, you know what I mean?
I can fight wherever, as long as there's a ring and it's me and that person in it, I'll do the job. And that's all. I don't let anything, no crowd or anyone get to me or whatever it may be. I'm very good at being in that ring, adjusting, fighting to the way I want to fight, and that's just it. But it's a bonus, cool. It's a bonus that my fans, it's a short distance, you know, for them to come Coventry, you know, because many times I've had to put on coaches and stuff like that. So, you know, that's it. I've not looked at it as any, like, you know, this isn't, you know, no home advantage of football or whatever.
It still isn't a home advantage as such, you know what I mean? Because Coventry is still...
it's good to have it there. I'm not saying...
It's close. It's better than travelling down to London.
Yeah, of course,
you know what I mean?
It's always good for my fans, but the way I mean, how I'm saying it is just like, for me, it doesn't matter. As long as, you know, me and him's in the ring, that's all that matters, you know. I'll get the job done. And that's just all it is.
And one of the other good things, right, and this is like, it's live on Channel 5, right, which I think is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's good,
right? Because, let's just say, British title, right, Matchroom could have had it, they could have had it on one of their shows on Sky, right, on a pay-per-view show, right. I was told facts that... AJ's last fight got something like 1.5 million views, like on the pay-per-view, right? The last show on Channel 5 got this,
2 million.
You know what I mean?
Around that,
And this one, I think, will get even more. You know what I mean? So you're going to get more coverage than if you were on one of them big shows, in my opinion. And the undercard that they've got as well. He's stacking up nicely, man.
It's a good undercard for the fans.
It's going to be a fantastic show, and like, well done to Hennessy Sports. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, it's got a good lot of local talent on the firm as well. I'm really looking forward to going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be a good show.
Like you said, 13 fights. That's all. You had.
13. Yeah.
And you're already there, British level. But like, I was saying this like. At fight 10 or when you were in the, as soon as you were in the ultimate boxer, you'd like kind of, but you had to go through the graduation, English,
of course,
right, and that. But at 13 fights, it's a very good achievement, isn't it?
It's good. It's good. I mean, for me, I don't expect anything less, to be honest. As like I said, you know, I've been in the gym from a young age, but it isn't, like I said, nevertheless, it's a good achievement on the fights what I've had or whatever. But I always say, like, it's boxing is just not about just punching. It's about your knowledge, how quick you can adapt, and things you know in the ring. You know what I mean? It's about them things as well. It's not just about you get in the ring, you punch. And that's one thing, because I've been doing it for a young age. I've been around the gyms. I've been around a lot of experience, so the boxers themselves. I kind of, you know, like a sponge, I soak up the knowledge. I'm always looking for new ways to, you know, improve myself as a fighter and things like that as well. So, like, I know that when it comes to my IQ in the boxing, it's very high. So it is something where I'm not. Am I surprised at where I am now? No, but I'm happy. But I'm also not satisfied because obviously I want more.
But this is the thing is that I remember the first time I interviewed you.
Yeah.
Right, it was like a written questionnaire, this, that, the other. I remember reading it and thinking, he fancies himself. Right, this is before I'd actually met you.
Yeah.
Right, but it was year one. You had a plan. Year 1, year 2, year 3. This is third year.
It's my third
year, and it was. I think this year you were supposed to get live on a big main event show. So
yeah, we're always achieving the little goals.
You're overachieving at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see you not winning it myself, right? But that's because I will readily admit that, like, from day one I've been a Shakan Pitters fan because
Respect, man.
you just the way you box. I enjoy the way you box.
Thank you.
Right now, let's talk about your opponent, Craig Richards. He's had 17. Is it 17? 15 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. I think I was looking at today. I think he's had 17 altogether. He lost to that Frank
Leone, yeah.
That was supposedly, like, from what I was reading, he done pretty well. He went to 12 rounds with him. I watched a couple of his fights today. He looks like he can handle himself. What's your perspective on him?
For me, he hasn't. You know what it is. He hasn't faced anyone like me. You know, you could say all these names: Jake Bull, Frank Buglione, Sterling, whoever he wants to say, which he says to make himself feel good. But he's not faced no one like me. You know what I mean? And like I said, people find that out when they get in the ring, and then they think, "Oh, damn, it's a bit different." You know what I mean? He ain't faced no one like me. I mean, he's done something right to get to where he is. I won't discredit that from him. You know, he has. He's done something right to get, you know, to be mandatory for British for so long. He's obviously the, whatever, but is it WBA, something like that?
WBA, yeah,
something like that. He's got that. So he's done something right to do them things. So I wouldn't take that away from him. But whereas his ability to my ability, I just believe I do everything better than him. Everything what he does, I do better than him. And like I said again, they'll find that out for sure. I'm confident in my boxing. I know what I can bring and what I will bring.
So, have you got a prediction for the fight on the 28th?
Yeah, a win. That's a win, a straight win. Whether it's inside the distance or because of distance, I'm gonna win. My hand will get raised, and that will happen.
Well, do you know what? I have everything crossed, but do you know what? I'm quite quietly confident for you anyway, right? And do you know what? The main thing you got to understand is, like, you win a Lonsdale belt, but you also get put into the BB column Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Which is like one of the major things. I'm telling you, you have to get a British title or above to get there. So you know. That's the main thing. If you want to focus on something, that's the thing to focus on.
Think about that, innit?
Yeah. Well, have you got anything to say to all the people that follow you, your fans, and all your sponsors?
Nah, just everyone just keep following the journey as you've been doing. You know, a lot of people sending me a lot of positive messages. I appreciate all the messages everyone's sending. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna bring it back home to Birmingham. That belt's coming back home to Brum. That's all I can say. Just keep following the journey.
Everyone, Shakan Pitters. Shaq. Wicked, man. Right, well, that was great talking to Shaq. He's confident about the fight. I've got to say, so am I. I honestly cannot wait for the 28th to see Shakan Pitters win the British title. I've got no doubts in my mind that Shaq's going to have his hand raised, he's going to have that Lonsdale belt, and he's going to become one of the members of the BB Column Hall of Fame. I've followed him since he started. I've even managed to do 2 rounds with him, which raised the bar completely for me, because I'm an awkward boxer and he worked me out in 30 seconds. He's a great fighter, and after he wins this British title, who knows where Shakan Pitters can go, and that is the God's honest truth.
your same impossible rules. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I think in the game and the vice ain't blue. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I push it and go for the clean crew. Tell me something I don't know. And man, stand by your side, cause you got the juice. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I